It was a bitterly cold evening, and Marcus, a hardworking man just finishing his late shift, found himself waiting at the bus stop. The freezing wind cut through his thin sweater, but what caught his attention was a young woman standing a few feet away, shivering uncontrollably. She wore an elegant dress, clearly meant for a corporate event, but not nearly warm enough for the weather. Without hesitation, Marcus removed his only jacket, a worn but clean leather coat, and draped it over her shoulders. "Here, you need this more than I do," he said with a warm smile. The woman was startled by his kindness, thanking him softly, though she seemed a little embarrassed. They exchanged a few words, Marcus explaining how he worked double shifts to make ends meet, never complaining, only mentioning how much he looked forward to seeing his little sister smile when he returned home. The bus eventually arrived, and they parted ways. What Marcus didn't know was that the woman he had just helped was Clara Jennings, the CEO of a major company in the city. The moment lingered with her long after she got home. Clara couldn't shake the thought of how a stranger with so little had given her the only jacket he had, without expecting anything in return. The next morning, instead of heading straight to her office, she made a few calls. Later that week, Marcus received a letter inviting him to an interview at a well-known corporation. Confused but curious, he showed up and nearly fainted when he saw Clara seated at the head of the panel. She smiled warmly, holding up his jacket, now freshly cleaned. "You probably don't remember me," she said, "but I'll never forget you." She explained that she had been the shivering woman at the bus stop and that his act of selfless generosity had touched her deeply. Marcus was overwhelmed, struggling to find words, but Clara continued. "This world needs people like you in positions where they can inspire others," she said, offering him a job in community outreach with a salary far beyond anything he had ever dreamed of. Tears filled his eyes as he realized his one small act of kindness had changed his life forever. From that day on, Marcus worked side by side with the CEO, not only improving his own life but also helping countless others, proof that sometimes the smallest gestures can open doors to the greatest opportunities.